I think we should start waiting for people who will not help us. So today, hopefully, we can finish on the issue of cost. Function. So we can move on. You all know that entrepreneurs, you and me, whenever we want to survive, we have two things in our life. And these two things are cost and income. Everybody thinks about cost briefly. There are things that cost us. Be it you as a student, it could be writing materials, it could be transport, it could be fees, it could be clothes, it could be airtime, whatever. You have cost. And then the other side you have income. This is how it is. About cost and income. Everything. Thank you for sitting in class. That will be great. This time. Good. I'm trying to commend you. Sitting class at night. No, I always do sitting class. In classes. I always used to do that. Because I didn't want anyone to disturb me. I only want to say the teacher or the lecturer. Nobody else should be in front of me. Come on, sit down. Okay, so we all have all those two sides. Now, in companies, in businesses, that is very important. They also have two sides. Any company has two sides. The government has two sides. We, as individuals, families have two sides. Now, for managers, it is important to know, to have an analysis of cost. Very important because you can use the understanding of cost so that you can know whether to produce or not. So one important aspect about cost is that idea. So you can know whether you should go ahead to produce or not. And the second reason is how much to produce. When you have made a decision to produce, how much? When? So those are some of the things that you learn from the cost function. Should you produce or not? How much? If you decide to produce, how much? When? What quantity? And so on and so on. Now, I know that most of you are not economics students. You are taking different courses. So you will meet a lot of concepts that I want us to go through before we continue with the you'll be meeting a lot of concepts about this course. And we should try to go through some of those concepts you'll be meeting in your own field of study. So some of this course will be, for example, actual cost, and opportunity cost. So actual costs, what are they? These are costs that things incur while producing. Those are actual costs. The costs that a company incurs while producing or acquiring goods and services. So like, for example, payment for labor, payment for rent, those are actual costs. These are the actual costs that you incur when you are in this production process. So you find those 10 concepts, actual costs. Sometimes they will be known as accounting costs. Yes, sometimes they are referred to as actual costs. So the accounting costs. Some people will say acquisition costs. Yeah. Some will say outlay costs. So don't be surprised. You will be meeting those concepts. Okay? Just understand that these are actual costs, accounting costs. Okay? These are the costs that you meet while you are producing, that you incur for you to produce. So some people will say accounting costs, acquisition costs, blah, 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 different names. Don't be intimidated. And then we have, in economics, we have the other term, which is opportunity cost, which basically, opportunity cost basically refers to the value of the resource, in its best use, or is the cost for the best alternative use, the cost of next best alternative. That's what the cost. The cost for the next best alternative use. So this is very important. Why should you know the opportunity cost? It is very important in decision making. So for example, please minimize noise. So for example, if a company owns a building and you don't pay rent for using it, you own a building and you don't pay rent for using it. What if that building was rented to others? You would earn some money, right? So the foregone rent, that rent that you are not earning, is an opportunity cost of using that office space. So you should, in economics, you should use that as the cost of business. it should be factored into the cost. Don't just ignore it. Okay? So, that building, if you rented it out, you would earn some money. So now you are using that building yourself and you are not paying rent. It means that building could have paid you money. Okay? So you should include that cost in your business. It's an opportunity cost. It's the cost of the next best alternative use. You could have used that building to make money, to rent it out, right? That's what we mean by opportunity. You don't seem to understand.
No, but I have a question.
Sorry?
But I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what if the building is yours, but if for some extent you have to rent a building whereby it was you who's supposed to pay the rent, they say that you are paying. Now you are using your own building. Can you also call this one opportunity cost?
The opportunity cost there is you are using your own building. This building yours. Okay? And you are not paying rent. Suppose you rented it out. Don't be happy that you are using your own building and you think it doesn't cost you money. It does. Because you would have paid money on it if you rented it out. So that's the opportunity cost. It's the foregone rent. That rent which you could have earned is foregone. So you should include that as part of the cost of business. Sometimes you may refer to opportunity cost as alternative cost. Right? If you want to look at it. Then you also come across the following concepts, which are explicit costs and implicit costs. Explicit. Sometimes spelling can be a problem. So that's what I mean. Explicit or implicit. Sometimes you come across those concepts. Explicit cost or implicit cost. You should understand what they mean. So, explicit costs are costs that involve actual payment to other people. Actual payment to other people or other parties. So, explicit cost is monetary payments made by a company for use of an input, for example, owned by others. For use of an input owned by others, for example. Monetary payment. Very similar to that concept of actual cost, right?
Yeah.
Very similar. And they are sometimes referred to as accounting costs. Explicit costs are sometimes looked at as accounting costs. Why? They are different from opportunity costs, right? So these are actions. Opportunity cost is imaginary.
What's the difference between explicit cost and actual cost?
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar. They are sometimes referred to as accounting costs. Accounting costs are different from opportunity costs because economists have a different mind about costs. unlike accountants. Accountants look at what you are paying. We are looking at alternative use of things, how much they could have paid elsewhere. So explicit cost examples are renting a building, for example, or advertising. Those are explicit costs. Implicit cost represents the value of foregone opportunities, but not involved in actual cost payment. Very similar to opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost what?
It refers to values of foregone opportunities.
Values for what? Or
Values of foregone opportunities, but do not involve actual cost payment. You are not actually paying. These are not obvious costs, Yeah, they are not obvious. Implicit costs are not obvious because you don't actually pay. They are not actual cost payments. So, for example, if you are a manager and you are running your own business, so a manager who owns his own business, he will forego the salary that could have been earned by working for someone else. Okay? Yeah, you own a company, you're a manager, you're running your own company. You understand that you have been employed by somebody else. So you are foregone that salary that you could have earned. So that is business cost. It's not an accident, but it's the cost of the business. Because you could have paid the salary elsewhere. So it's an implicit cost to the business. It's not an actual cost. It's not an explicit cost. So this implicit cost is not included in the accounting. Accountants will not include that as the cost of the business. Because it's an opportunity cost. So implicit cost, when you look at it, it's actually an opportunity cost, right? Yeah. For one salary. Just like we said about you using your own building, where you could have made it out. So implicit costs are very similar to opportunity costs. Okay? We'll go on. There are so many concepts about costs. Other concepts include how do you differentiate between economic cost and accounting cost. Economic cost versus accounting cost. Accounting costs are actuals or outlay cost, actual cost. Okay? Accounting costs are actual, outlay, payment. So these will include, for example, how much expenditure has already been incurred on a particular process of production, for example. How much expenditure has been incurred? What have you paid. So that's an accounting cost. For you to produce how much have you paid, actual expenditure, that's an accounting cost. And accounting costs generally, not always, generally refer to the past. What have you paid? So they are useful for calculating profit or loss. Accounting costs are very useful for accounting, for calculating profit or loss, and also for taxation. Remember, taxation comes from realizing, when government realizes that you made money, you made profit, you have shared with government. Government wants a portion.
So,
Sorry? Oh, these are costs. Now, how do economists differ? So, what are economic costs versus accounting costs? Economists tend to look forward. They take a forward-looking view of a company. So they are concerned more about what cost is expected, for example, in the future. So how will the company arrange its resources to lower its costs? Okay? Remember I said, accounting costs generally tend to be concerned about the past. Economists have a different view. They tend to have a forward-looking view. So they are concerned with what cost is expected to be in future. And how will the company rearrange its resources to lower its cost and improve profitability. That's what economists use as. Forward looking. They look ahead into the future and how the company might be able to rearrange its resources to lower its cost of production and improve its profitability. Are we together? Okay? So that's the difference. Major difference between accountants and economists. So the economists are more worried about opportunity cost. Sorry?
You should repeat the major difference.
Oh. Let me start over. Accounting costs are actual. How much expenditure has been paid? How much expenditure has been incurred in order to produce? Those are accountants. Okay? Are we together? Okay? And in most cases, it's about the past, because we're talking about how much has been spent to produce. Okay? That's the accountant. And I said, these are very important for calculating profit and loss, and also for taxation. Okay? Let's go to the economists. Economists look at have a forward-looking view. into the future. Forward-looking view into the future. How a firm, how a company might be able to rearrange its resources. Why rearrange resources? In order to lower cost of production and improve profitability. Okay? So the economists are concerned with opportunity cost as well as actual or risk cost. They go beyond the accountant. Okay? They are concerned about opportunity cost as well as explicit or actual cost. If you came late, sorry, I already explained what actual costs are and what explicit costs are. The actuals and explicit are the same. Very similar. Okay? So economists are worried about opportunity cost along with explicit or actual cost. So these economic costs are used for decision making. You have to make decisions. Decisions, when we say are used for decision making, what do we mean? Do you make decisions for things that have already happened? You don't. That's why people say, don't worry about what you have done in the past. Because you cannot undo this. But you can try to do better. Don't worry about what has already happened. Don't start crying the whole day just because of the mistake you made last night. It's done, it's made. Decisions are always made about going forward. Okay? Decision making is about future. You make your decisions about your future now. What you want to become. You can't be worrying about what you were yesterday. That's why I think you have heard this phrase to say that to be born poor is not your fault. But to die poor is your own fault.
Right, so you're just giving a speech, we're not getting any notes from you. I'm sorry, but that's my case.
Write down.
I can write from
Yes, if you can, that's good. Do so. Write down what you think is important about what I'm saying. Don't have a negative attitude about me or about any lecture. Don't. And don't put your problem on somebody else. Don't put your problem on me.
All of them I said on that paper, sir. You can see for yourself where.
Others have performed very well. Okay? So economic costs are the ones which are used for decision making. Right? Because they are forward looking. We make decisions about the future. Just as before I was interrupted, that to be born poor is not your choice. But to die poor is your choice. Up to you, if you want to die poor or not. But to be born poor is not your choice. So decisions are made about the future. So economic costs are usually used for decision making. Now, there are other concepts. Which are, for example, controllable and non-controllable costs. Controllable and non-controllable costs. You want me to write down controllable and non-controllable costs? You can't write down? You are? Okay, fine. Controllable costs are costs that you are capable, or costs that are capable of being controlled or regulated. By your own decision, you can control. Those are controllable costs that you are capable of controlling. And usually, these are the costs where people are judged on. So, for example, if you are a manager, you will be assessed on things that you can control. Okay? So, you are a manager of a company. You are employed as a manager. If you cannot manage or handle controllable costs, you can be liable to be fired. Because these are costs that you have all the power to control, that you are capable to control. The opposite is non-controllable costs, that the manager cannot. These costs are not, you cannot control them. Fortunately, a lot of costs in production, in business, are controllable. The only one which is probably difficult in a company is where it comes to, for example, depreciation. But even depreciation, you can somehow. Depreciation. Depreciation is the wear and tear. Wear and tear. So sometimes you may not be able to control depreciation, wear and tear of, for example, your land or your building, you know. But in most cases, wear and tear is associated with use. So at least, if you don't want your shoe to wear down quickly, maybe sometimes you slip. Well, you can control it somehow, but depreciation is maybe one of those controversial ones in a business. So you may be a manager for a company, and you may not be able to control. You may not be able to control depreciation. Okay? And another controversial thing is capital, cost of capital. Cost of capital. Here when I'm saying cost of capital, I'm mainly referring to money.
So
Money.
So you say
Finance.
You say everything on region. My cost conception is taken to control the situation.
In a business. Yeah. In a business. Okay. Speak to me. Speak to me. Okay? So, cost of capital is another cost of capital. Cost of capital is another one, another good example where you may not be able to control at the shop. So, for example, interest rates are not controlled by you. Remember what I said about the factors of production, right? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. The cost of capital is interest. Okay? The cost of labor is wages. The cost of land is rent. Okay? That's what you pay. You pay for using somebody. You pay in return. You pay somebody's land. If you want to use somebody's land, you pay rent. If you want to use somebody's money, you pay interest. Right? So the cost of capital. I'm giving money, I'm giving Rama. I don't have capital. You can go and borrow. But if you go and borrow, you will pay interest. So that's the cost. When you borrow 100 kwacha, the cost is not 100 kwacha. You are just returning the 100 kwacha. The cost to you is yapa mwambari. The interest. Okay? Even when you are using land. But you pay. So that is what it costs. You employ somebody. How much does somebody cost you? The wage you pay. You pay for the time he was with you. Same thing with money. Okay? So, that is also one of the aspects which you cannot control. Maybe you can control the level of how much money you want to borrow. You can control debt, how much you want to be in debt. But the cost of debt is what you cannot control. Because interest rates are not calculated by you. Are we together? So this is an example of a source which can be controllable but sometimes uncontrollable. Okay? Let's go to some other concepts of cost. The next set of concepts are what we call out-of-pocket costs. Sorry? Can I? Pardon? I should repeat. Oh, okay. I'm sorry I didn't understand you. I didn't understand your question. Controllable costs are those that you are capable.
Uncontrollable.
Or she was uncontrollable.
Yes.
Oh, uncontrollable are costs which you cannot control. Costs that are beyond you. Okay? You have no power. So, for example, the cost of capital. You have no power to tell the bank that if I get a loan from you, if I borrow money from you, you should charge me 10%. You as a business or as a farmer, you have no control on how much they will charge you for borrowing their money. Okay? If you have no power, it means you cannot control. As I said, most costs are, you can control a lot of costs in business or you as an individual. You know, you can control how much units you want to use. You can control, I don't know, a lot of things. But you cannot control how much the investor wants to charge you as fees. Okay? So that is uncontrollable. But a lot of costs can be controlled. That's what I say. Okay, so let's go to the next section. I'm trying to go through all these cost concepts so that, because I am aware that you are doing a lot of different programs. Some of you are doing procurement, some of you are doing business, and so on and so on. So you will meet a lot of stuff. No. Yeah. It can be, for example, costs that happen unexpectedly. So, for example, weather. Okay? Let's say you're a farmer, so your business is to grow something, and there comes heavy wind. Because you can't. Maybe somehow you can control in the sense that you can get an insurance against those things. Yeah. So insurances they can protect your assets. So instead of you meeting the cost of this unexpected weather catastrophe, you can get back your money. Yeah, so. Okay. Thank you so much for helping me. Now, the other set of concepts that you will meet are things like out-of-pocket costs versus book costs. Out-of-pocket versus book costs. Okay? So what do we mean by book cost? Book, right? Book, right? A book. Book cost versus out-of-pocket cost. Out-of-pocket. This is not pocket money. Out-of-pocket cost. Okay? Out-of-pocket cost meaning you have to pay Okay? Book costs are costs that are written down. So let me explain. Out of pocket costs are those costs that improve current cash payments to outsiders. For example, out of pocket costs are those costs that improve current cash payments to outsiders or involve, not necessarily improve, but maybe involve current cash payments to outsiders. When we say outsiders, we mean people that you are using, outsiders. You know, as a company, you have people that you have to pay, okay? Or even your own people sometimes, right? Rent, whatever, you know, salaries. These are out of pocket costs. So, payment for rent, payment for interest rates, for cost of capital, for example, transport, you are paying outside. So these are out of pocket costs to a company. Okay? Understood? Now, book costs are those business costs which do not involve any cash payments. Book costs do not involve cash payments. But you just make a provision in the book. This is book of account, eh? We're talking about business. You make a provision in the book of account to include them. Why do you include them? It's because you want to factor them in to your profit and loss account. You include them so that you can have a proper idea about your profit and loss. So why do that? Because you want to take advantage of taxes. Remember, tax is charged on profit. So if certain costs, even though they are not out of pocket, they are not directly paid, but you include them in your book of account so that you can have a clear picture of profit and loss, and therefore take advantage of tax. So what examples am I talking about? Salary of the owner of a company. Okay? Salary of the owner of a company, you are not paying him or her, but you want to indicate in your book of account, you make a provision in your book of account so that you can calculate profit and loss and take advantage of a lower tax, for example. Because if you didn't include the salary of the owner of the company, your cost will be lower, and therefore your profit will be higher. I hope you understand these terms. What is profit? Profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. That's the definition of a profit. Profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So, if in your book of accounts you have not factored in the salary of the owner of that company, your total cost will be lower. So your profit will be higher. If this thing is lower, the answer will be bigger. The answer will be bigger, right? Understood? Any questions there? Americana Benda, please. Sorry? No. Tax is usually on profit. Profit is equal to total cost minus, total revenue minus total cost. How much you have spent, how much you have gained, right? Total revenue. TR is total revenue. Total revenue minus total cost is equal to profit. Now, how can you make profit bigger? It's either increase this one stays the same, this one will be bigger, right? Or this one stays the same, this one reduces. This one will be bigger. Okay? So, book costs are important because they can make this thing bigger. If this one is the same and this one is going up, what will happen to this one? It will be going down, right? It is not difficult to understand this. Matamu Josera, and water. Not calculate. Not differentiation. It's just subtraction, about additional subtraction. It's not about for better. But if you haven't, please, I can explain. So the salary of the owner of the company is not paid. You are not paying, but you want to indicate in the profit and loss. Akabera MRA should see that your costs are high. Mwaikamoso salary and the owner of the manager, the owner of the company. So they may come to your company and you go back empty-handed, thinking you have not made any profit, for example. But if you remove it, the company will show it as made money. The MRI will want a share. So that's the importance of this concept. Then there are other concepts, cost concepts. This one we will look at private cost versus social cost. Private cost versus social cost. So, private costs are those that accrue directly to a company. Private costs are those that accrue. Meaning, incurred or linked. So if you are engaged in production, private costs are those which are directly related to that activity. How do you differentiate that from social? Social costs, on the other hand, are passed on to people who are not involved in any activity directly. People who are not involved, or companies that are not involved. Yeah. Passed, like PASSED. They are passed on to individuals or companies that are not directly involved in the activity. So, for example, they can be passed on to a larger society, for example, or to a society at large. So sometimes in economics, we sometimes refer to these things as externalities, these social costs. People are not involved, but they suffer for decisions that are not made by them. So these social costs are very similar. For example, a company might be producing, what is the example I give? A factory is maybe using charcoal and coal and producing a lot of smoke in the area, and people start getting